Dude, it's honestly almost been a year since the GTA 6 trailer dropped. We're hopefully going to get a new one pretty soon here, I think. Yeah, we're definitely going to get a new GTA 6 trailer soon.
When it comes to sheer quality, there are few names in the games industry that command the sort of respect and on a consistent basis that Rockstar Games does.
Facts. Rockstar, no one beats Rockstar, bro.
This is a company that has time and again delivered.
Rockstar is an S-tier studio, and no other studio gets to that tier.
Grand Theft Auto games to Red Dead Redemption and its sequel to even the likes
or
of
they're
the
S plus
and the Midnight Club series.
I want you to stop.
They're like S plus plus plus. It's
I want
insane.
you to behave yourself. You might learn something.
Fine. Can I go now?
We used to get so many games too from Rockstar in the 2000s because games were just so much easier to make. Well, not easier, but
of course, commercial
weren't
success of
as
its games is unmatched by
weren't as demanding.
almost anyone else. If there's one issue that more than a few have raised in pretty much any and all discussions related to Rockstar, it's that the frequency with which the developer has put out games has gone down drastically.
Yep.
Which is something
now
that's
we get a
become
Rockstar
truer
game
with
every
time.
like
Consider
6-7 years
for
now.
Instance, by the time that Grand Theft Auto 6 releases next fall, it will have been 7 years since Red Dead Redemption 2 was released,
Yup.
which itself came out a whole 5 years
Red
after
Dead,
Grand
bro.
Theft Auto 5.
That game
Between
is crack,
2013
bro.
and 2025, over
That game is
course
the
of a
best
dozen
game of all
years,
time. Red Dead
Rockstar
Redemption
will
2,
have put
bro.
out just 3 main titles, and that's assuming that Grand Theft Auto 6
Dude,
doesn't get delayed.
I wish I could go back in time and replay it and erase my memory. And go back to the week this dropped. The month,
Compare this to
the year.
company's output in previous years. During the Xbox 360 years, for instance, we saw Grand Theft Auto 4, its mini expansions, Grand Theft Auto 5, Red Dead Redemption Undead Nightmare, Midnight Club Los Angeles, and Max Payne 3.
Oh, Max Payne, dude. We need a new Max Payne. Max Payne 4. Dude, I played this Max Payne game probably like 3-4 times.
These console titles, the company also put out games such as Grand Theft Auto Chinatown Wars,
Yeah.
Grand Theft Auto Vice
the
City
PSP
Stories,
games.
and Grand Theft Auto Liberty City Stories, and others on the side.
Dude, we were
That's an insane amount of games over the course of less than a
we
decade.
were living it back
and the
then.
overwhelming majority of those games were at least really damn good, if not outright stellar. Looking at that list of games also sheds light on the fact that Rockstar has heavily trimmed
I never
down
beat
its
GTA
portfolio.
4.
Where previously the company was putting out all manner of different games in different genres and on different platforms, now if Rockstar isn't making Grand Theft Auto, it's making Red Dead Redemption, and it's only doing so on the most premium of machines.
Yup. Now it's just Rockstar is the Red Dead and GTA company. I want to see them make like a sci-fi game, like a space GTA Star Wars style game or something.
Not only has the company heavily cut down on the number of games it's putting
But
out,
I think they're just
it also
best at
leaned
doing
down
like
its output to only focus
period
on the
these
biggest of
games.
the big hitters. Variety and all be damned. There are, of course, legitimate reasons for why that had happened. The first that instantly jumps to mind is Grand Theft Auto Online. The online component started out as little more than a multiplayer addendum to GTA 5, but over the years, it turned into a juggernaut
beast.
without parallel. Thanks to GTA Online,
Rockstar bought
GTA
5M too, so we're
has
probably going to
surpassed
get
a
role
whopping
playing
200
on
million
console,
units sold, and
which is
continues
awesome.
to rake in just a stupid amount of money for Rockstar and parent company Take-Two Interactive.
Dude, GTA
through
6 is gonna.
microtransactions.
I'm gonna quit my
Even for
job.
a historically successful and
No, I'm
influential
kidding.
company like
But
Rockstar, GTA Online
GTA 6 is gonna
brought
blow up this whole world.
unprecedented success.
It's gonna be the top. It's gonna be the biggest game release of all time.
In case you don't recognize her, this is Georgina Chang, Vice President.
You know how many times I go into comments on videos, random videos, and they'll be like, "Damn, we got this before GTA 6."
Given the sort of money that it rakes in, then it's no surprise that so much of Rockstar has been focused on
Yeah, they were gonna
GTA
make
Online.
DLC for
Is it
this.
single-handedly responsible for
Or
Rockstar
story
no
DLC for
longer
GTA
working
5, but they were just
smaller,
making so much with the
experimental games?
online.
Well, maybe not.
It was
but
like,
there's
why?
no doubt that Rockstar would not want to take people working on GTA Online off that game so that they could work on, say, a Midnight Club or a handheld game instead. On top of that, it's also heavily responsible for the complete and total lack of single-player DLC put out by Rockstar over the last decade or so. Neither GTA 5 nor Red Dead Redemption 2
no
got
DLC.
single-player expansions.
Red Dead
even though both
Redemption
their predecessors
2's
got
online has
incredible
been
ones.
neglected,
It's
bro.
fair to say that the work that Rockstar was doing on both of their
It
online
makes sense
components
though. They're
had a
making so
significant
much
role
money
to
with
play in that.
GTA.
Even though Red Dead 2's online wasn't nearly as successful as GTA Online continues to be even now.
I played a lot of Red Dead Online. Played a good amount.
Really, boy? You're kidding me. Really, boy?
I don't play anymore because they don't really update it. So
But of course, GTA Online is not the only reason for the significant decrease in frequency of Rockstar releases. If you've been paying attention to the games industry in recent years, you know that development costs and timelines have ballooned to a ridiculous degree.
yep.
Even a regular AAA game in today's day and age requires anywhere between 4 to 6 years to
Yep.
develop on average. Consider, however, the size, scale, and ridiculous attention to detail. And
Yeah,
level of
dude,
quality.
games now, they take, like, I've been saying this since, probably since like 2016, 2015. If you're making a new IP, that's a good like 6 to 7 years. Depending on the size of the game. That's like a good 6-7 years, like easily. Like, remember when they announced Cyberpunk like in 2013, it came out in 2020. So the games, man, they just take so long to make now, and sequels take at least like 4 to 5 years now. Like God of War came out in 2018, and then the new one came out in 2022. We were actually lucky it came out in 2022. They could have easily said, hey, no, we're going to push it to 2023, and that would have been a good 5 years. But I remember when Red Dead Redemption 2 came out, I was like, okay, this is 5 years after GTA 5. And I think GTA 6 is going to come out. I predicted it. I was like, GTA 6 is going to take another 6 to 7 years, because I was like, the game's going to be bigger. It's going to be bigger than Red Dead Redemption. So it's going to be more than 5 years already. And then add a year or two on, because since the games are getting bigger, it's just going to take more time to develop. And I was right. Now we're getting the game next year, hopefully, which will be 7 years.
That a flagship Rockstar game
But yeah,
boasts,
games take so long
and
to make
even
now.
the average
It's
AAA
insane.
development timeline starts looking inadequate.
People are now spending like
Rockstar is admittedly
7
a much
years of
larger
their lives to
company
make a
even
game.
than some of
5
the
to 7
largest
years.
AAA studios around, with multiple thousands of employees, not to mention the kind of financial backing that few other studios. in the
Rockstar is
industry
so
can
good though, because
match.
they have thousands
Rockstar can throw
they have
more
all their
resources
they have
at
like
its
11
game
studios or
and
something,
over a
all working on
longer
one
period of
game.
time than even some of the most prominent publishers out there. Even with that, however, it's not surprising that games like Grand Theft Auto 6 and Red Dead Redemption 2 are taking as long as they take to make, because
Let
that
them
level
take
of
their time.
fidelity
It's
and
worth it.
quality across that ridiculous
The
scale
quality is
simply
insane.
cannot be achieved any other way. That obviously has a human cost too. And Rockstar has, of course, attracted controversy over issues related to crunch and overworked employees more than a few times over the years. Though, thankfully, that's an area
I'm not
where
against
Rockstar
crunch.
has reportedly taken steps to make legitimate
I know it's messed up to
improvements.
say I'm not against crunch, because you get the best games when employees crunch. Halo 2, for example, they made that game in like a year. Obviously, back then it was like games weren't as like didn't take as long to make, but Halo 2 is like, come on, they crunched the shit out of that game. It's like one of the best Halos, one of the best games all time.
This, of
I'll
course,
say it.
is not in Rockstar's control. If it's to make the sort of industry-shaking Red Dead Redemption and Grand Theft Auto titles
But
that
nah,
it
people
wants
shouldn't
to
be
make,
crunched though.
Rockstar is going to need a bucket load
We
of
do,
money and several
we
years to
gamers
make
do
them.
benefit
And
from it
let's
though.
face it, at this point, anything coming from Rockstar that doesn't touch a certain level of quality is going to be met with a lot of pushback and resistance from the company's fan base.
Yep.
Ultimately, Rockstar's
The
decisions
standards just go higher and higher, because they drop stuff like Red Dead Redemption 2, and then the standard for GTA 6, and then the next Red Dead is just gonna be insane.
driven primarily by what it deems to be the best use of its ample resources.
GTA 6,
Would we
dude, the
love to see the
expectations for
company
GTA
easing up
6
on
are
its
insane,
fixation
and
with
like
Grand Theft
you
Auto
have
and the
to
Red
not
Dead
only
Redemption series
make those
to maybe
expectations,
widen
but
its
also
portfolio again and
try to
put out
beat those
other titles in
expectations.
addition to its flagship releases. Well,
They do it
obviously
every
we would,
time, so
but
I'm not
there's also
even
no denying that
that
doing
worried
so
about it.
would require resources being diverted away from things that have made a ridiculous amount of money, which means it's extremely unlikely that Rockstar is going to make that decision.
Same as you, same as Hosea. All you do is complain when things
God
don't work out.
damn.
The constant revenue that GTA Online brings in allows Rockstar to take the time that it takes with its games.
Goddamn
which is
Micah.
an incredibly unique position for the studio to be in. And though a hypothetical scenario where that revenue stream dries up would necessitate a rethinking of that strategy. For that revenue stream to dry up, Grand Theft Auto 6 and its online component would have to do poorly. And as things stand right now, it's fair to say that that looks quite unlikely.
Yeah.
And that'll be about it for this one. If you guys like
Yeah,
what we're
dude.
doing at
It's
Gaming Bolt,
insane.
please consider
I'm so
subscribing to
excited.
our
Hopefully we get the
channel,
trailer
and I'll see
soon.